Hi, I'm Bree Argetsinger, but feel free to call me Betty Rocker like all of my friends and clients and students do. I'm here to tell you about the Body Fuel System, which is this amazing program that I wrote last year. It's getting people insanely healthy, burning off their body fat, and putting them into the lean, sexy bodies that they've been wanting. And how it works is for 4 weeks, you have grocery lists, you have recipes to follow, you have meal prep for the week all ready to go. And I make it really, really easy for you because all of my fitness food recipes are so easy to put together. They're nutrient dense, they're really good for you, they're going to help you burn fat just by eating the right kind of foods. And not only that, I give you daily menus so you know exactly what foods to eat throughout the day. And I do this for you for 4 weeks. This is not a restrictive diet. This isn't something where you have to count calories or track every bite of your food. I want you to know that this is exactly what you want to be eating. This is exactly what kind of food will help you naturally burn the fat off because it is not going to inflame your system. There's no gluten and no dairy in this 4-week protocol, okay? Because gluten and dairy are they can both be really inflammatory to your digestive system. Now, you don't have to eliminate them forever. It's just sometimes a really nice thing to do to reset your system by eliminating them for a few weeks and then kind of give your body a break from having to process so much hard to digest stuff. Another thing that's really cool is I'm going to teach you about your grains. Now, there are some diets out there that will tell you don't eat grains. Well, on the external coating of the brand, there's this phytic acid, which actually binds with important minerals in your digestive system and sort of strips them out of your body, which isn't a good thing. But you don't have to stop eating grains because grains are actually one of the healthiest, low glycemic, slow-burning carbs that you can eat. Like, they're just a great energy source. And healthy people have been eating grains for thousands of years. What's the difference? Well, they are actually soaking, sprouting, or fermenting their grains. This is really simple, healthy information that's basically out there anywhere, but nobody's talking about it. So if you soak your grains overnight, like what I do in my overnight oats, for example, I just throw them in a pot and let them soak overnight. In the morning, I heat them up, and they've absorbed all of that water, which is awesome for you to eat. And number 2, it's also broken down the phytic acid so that you can actually absorb the nutrients in the grains. So that's really important. I've included all that kind of information in the Body Fuel System for you so that you can easily access it, start implementing it in a simple way, and really get the benefit out of all these really nutrient-dense foods that you may not even know in the past have actually been sort of sabotaging your weight loss goals. So, I used to buy all these healthy, fat-free snacks and crackers and whole wheat bread and juice and all this stuff that I thought was so good for me. But it turns out that stuff is just loaded with additives and sugar and all this crap that just clogs up your system, and primarily it clogs up your liver. And your liver is your body's main fat metabolizer and fat burning organ. And what happens when it gets clogged up with all those food additives and crap, it can't metabolize the fat efficiently, and so you end up storing food as fat more often than not. So that's really why I created this system. When I started learning all this stuff, it was huge for me. It took me out of this chronically inflamed state where I was always on this roller coaster ride with my weight and with how I felt about myself. I don't know if you can relate, but I used to be really insecure about my body. I was just always worried about how I looked, in a bathing suit. I didn't want to, I wouldn't take my shirt off when this is embarrassing, but if I would have a date, if I would meet a guy, and I would really try to wear baggy clothes. I didn't want anybody to see me with the lights on a lot of the time. And that's a horrible way to feel, especially being a young woman. Guys feel like this too, and it's just awful. Nobody deserves to feel like that. And you know what? It's not our fault, because there's so much junk and bad information out there that just comes at us, and we think that these diets are going to fix us, but nobody's telling us the real stuff about food and what nutrients actually do in our body and how to decrease the inflammation that's causing us to store fat constantly and gain weight. And that's not fair, but that's why I created this system, because I want you to have access to all of that information.
I love the way that the first part of the book talks about food and how the foods interact together and why you need to eat, your proteins with fats at this time of the day or another time of the day and how to combine them. But then the actual, 30 days of food, it's all designed so that you can flex it with your life, your schedule.
It's so easy. The recipes are 2-3 items and you're done. It takes less than 20 minutes to cook anything. And I don't cook, so that was the thing I was worried about. Was oh my gosh, I want to cook all these big meals. It's going to be really hard. I saw all the pictures of the food. I thought, that's way too pretty to be easy, and it's so easy. My biggest problem was just finding the time to cook. I don't cook. I would never say I would cook. If anything, I'd come home at night if I didn't have my son and just throw a sweet potato in the microwave and just eat that.
Working 10-hour days, it's difficult to come home snarling hungry and think that oh yeah, here's a snack and call it good.
It's so easy because it's just laid out there, and it's, you know, you have your grocery list, you have your meal prep, you have everything there at your fingertips. It's like a map. It's a guide for a lifestyle change.
You've taught me how to organize my eating and my preparation, and figuring out what foods that go together, how to be organized enough to have everything ready to go.
It made it super easy to prepare. I had food all week, and then it like saved time for the whole rest of the week. I didn't have to think about it. I took the grocery list and I sat down on a Sunday and I went to the grocery store on my iPhone. It was all listed right there. Bought everything, came home, cooked it the way you said, how to organize it and prepare it, did all that. And for the whole week I had food. I just had to pull it out of the refrigerator and stick it in my bag.
Kept my weight down lower than I've had it in years, all winter long, and my summer weight. So I'm ready to go now for the next spring and fall.
I lost some weight and about 3% body fat within the first 2 weeks.
You know, you really do see it coming off of you. And so your body is now really knowing what to do with the fat that it has and the fat that it needs, rather than the fat that's just excessive and it's just there.
I would totally recommend the system, and I have, for losing weight, for learning how to eat clean, for having a great resource for menus that are just healthy living, healthy eating.
I think the greatest thing about it is that it shows that healthy can be awesome. Like, it can taste like a 5-star meal.
I'm almost embarrassed I wasn't eating better earlier than now.
This will give you some amazing information that you won't find anywhere else, and I just know you're going to love it. So do something today that your future self will thank you for. Get your hands on a copy of this amazing digital product immediately. It's only $47, which is way less than what I charge for one-on-one coaching, for working with me for a week. And think about it, it's like $10, $12 a week for you to have an actual program to follow that's for you, that you can do whatever you want to do with. You can change your life, you can transform your body. So it's actually really funny, while I was shooting this video, I got really hungry, and I actually was like super stoked because I'm doing the Body Fuel System myself. I do it all the time, and I basically just took some of this food and threw it in a bowl, and I had an awesome snack and lunch ready to go. In fact, when I got home from the gym a couple hours ago, I immediately had a green smoothie, and it's so nice because my green smoothies are like all set up and prepped and ready to go. So I'm going to go do some more work and eat my lunch, and I hope that you'll join me and try out the Body Fuel System. I'm really, really looking forward to getting to know you better inside the pages, and you can connect with me on Instagram, on Facebook, on my blog. I'm always there to answer your questions and interact with you, and I love seeing the pictures that you post. So keep it up and stay awesome. I'm Betty Rocker, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.